Hi, this is Gail, and welcome to my channel. This is the second part of my December dailies. I showed you in the previous one the full journal and how it has 3 signatures. Each signature is a month, so a December and a different year. So I've already shown you 2018. There is no 2019 because I was too ill to do it last year at this time. But I will show you now my 2020 December dailies. Anyhow, so this was a Christmas card that someone had made, and so that became my cover to the second signature. And again, this floppy lace, not a real fan anymore, but it is what it is. It's there. This also was a card that someone had given me. So this part, notice it's the first. Traditions is the title. That's a rub-on. And indeed, that's exactly what I hoped to talk about in this page, and I did. Now, these are before pictures, before I did the Christmas decorations. So they are basically my Thanksgiving pictures. And I'll just flip through them real quickly. I'm sure you probably have no interest in these, but anyhow, this was just a tag, covered it with some music paper, and did some stamping. And these are little niches and areas in my home where I decorate for Thanksgiving. And yeah, so you can see a little bit. Alright, so you get the idea. This was the before decorating. And then I listed traditions and talked about things and how some of those traditions are different this year because of the world situation. Again, I do a lot of writing, so I've written. This is actually a piece of cloth that has a lot of sparkles in it, and I used a die cut to cut out these 2 trees. This is a rub-on. One of my goals for this upcoming year is use those rub-ons. If you don't use them, they tend to eventually not work. And I want to get them used up before they don't work. So, yeah. And again, I mean, these are different, a wide variety of papers that I've used. Pages are sewn. There's coffee dyed, tea dyed. There's these, I think, these papers are from Graphic 45, I believe, from a couple years back. This is a red lead stamp. She makes art. And that's kind of what I've done to fill my time and to make this lockdown isolation more bearable. So this is just a little journaling card that I made. And notice there are these cute little mason jars, which probably in another year would have been filled with activities and things to write about, but not this year. So it is what it is. This is, of course, some music paper. Notice whoever had this got a little star. They did well. Put some charms on. Now, the pages that are blank, I will go back in after the season is over and take my cards that I've received and do some placement and some little artsy-fartsy things with those. But right now, they're on display in my home. So I won't take those down until after the new year. This is a nice little tuck that I fussy cut. More writing areas should I want to write about the cards or anything that's triggered by the cards. Now, this page is a very old Spanish dictionary page, it would appear. And I watched a video by Robin Dudley House, and she showed how you can use your book pages and use some watercolors and kind of jazz them up. Now, I know it's rather soft. These are metallics, and they're pastel metallics, but perhaps you can catch a glimpse. It's trees in a forest with a pretty sort of pinky, orangey, purpley, yellowy sky. So, very simplistic, because I certainly would not call myself someone who can draw very well. So, anyhow, but I play at it. Then, again, I've used my cards scattered around, and even the words in it, especially your little corner of it. Joy to the whole wide world, especially your little corner of it. And when I log underneath the date, I always try to put what day of the week it was, the temperature, the weather, anything that seems important. I do stamping, little pocket here from this kit, and I believe this is an Artie Mays kit, but I'm not positive. Like I said, it's been a couple years, so hard to know. And again, here's this little card. Used some doilies, some little journaling cards, again with the mason jars, and this is a napkin on the outside. So, and another little charm. What is that, an ice skate? Yep, an ice skate. And just beautiful paper, truthfully. And this is a Kool-Aid dye page from that Simple Abundance Companion. And then the date is inside this little flippy card. Now, the interesting thing is that the Simple Abundance had some questions on it. And it was about the fullness of life. And the first question was, 5 things for which you are grateful today. Record them here. So just to pick the highlights: my health, financial stability, family and friends, spirituality, democracy. And I did write that, you know, family and friends probably should go first. So those were just things that came to mind, not really necessarily in that order. Whoopsie. So that was kind of interesting. And then on the back, there were more questions that seemed to fit the situation. This is about acknowledging and honoring your authentic gifts. And so I listed those. And what are your fondest wishes for yourself? I mentioned empathy, teaching, arts and crafts. I felt like those were some of my authentic gifts. And I said I'd like to see my empathy develop into more philanthropic efforts. I would hope to improve and enlarge upon my YouTube channel tutorials and use more technology. I really want to improve with my drawing and painting. So, just little goals like that. And back here, and again, this was a really cute little card that I received. This is part of the envelope, and it's a little flippy outie. It's just really a cute little tree, and I made a pattern off of it, a template, so I can have it for upcoming years. And then I even put the stamp on there that came on it. And again here, this is a tree. I had a piece of fabric that had all kinds of different trees on it. So I began cutting some of those out. This is some washi. And this is my dear friend Sandy's daughter, Olivia, or as I call her, my friend Olivia, because she calls me my friend Gail. Well, little Miss Olivia baked and cooked all day, and then her mom called and said, "Can you go outside your front door?" So I went out there, and there was Olivia dressed like an elf with a bunch of cookies and goodies for my son and I, which was so terribly sweet. So she took that being cooped up indoors, and she made things for other people and delivered them, and it truly was a bright spot in that week. Here again, this is a tree that it was a stencil, so I stenciled it on just a white piece of paper and then cut it out. And so yeah, and this is a glassine bag. This was the card that Olivia put in with her little cookies and treats that she gave us. And here again, this was a different tree on that fabric. And this was actually wrapping paper. So what I did with this was, I can't remember who I saw did this, but it's a little secret envelope. It opens up and you can write. And you can see that I wrote. And I wrote in that all about these beautiful lap blankets that my sister-in-law sent to my children and to I, and to me. And they had pictures, family pictures all over them. And so, of course, mine had many pictures of my husband and my family. And then she did one for each of the kids, and that was truly an incredible keepsake. And that opens up as well.
And I cut out a tree freehand, covered it in fabric, and decorated it. And then it also is a journaling card. So, there. Now, this book has really gotten very thick. I am concerned that I'll have any room in the third signature at all. So I really have tried not to do a lot of 3D type things. And this does have little bell and this trim. Those are bells too. And the cute little reindeer trim. This is actually wrapping paper that came off of a gift from my grandson from last year. He accidentally broke some of the bulbs on my Christmas tree, and so he insisted on going with his dad and buying me new ones, and so he wrapped up a box of the bulbs in this paper and brought them to me the next time I saw him. And then so I made these little journaling cards and put the reindeer on top, and yeah. So that's that. Over here, a belly band. And again, this is a card that someone had given me in a previous year that I hung on to. And then I just stenciled the back. Now, I could have written over top of that, but I have plenty of pages for this month. Again, another cloth tree. These are rub-ons. And with these rub-ons, you really, if you're not familiar with them, you can't feel those. They look and feel like they are embedded right in the glassine bag. And again, here's another one of those secret pockets. And it opens all the way out, and I have journaled. And that one I see was about the little golden book that I bought from my friend Lori at Grammy's Keepsakes. She does a marvelous job with them, and she gives you so much ephemera to go with it. Just loads of die cuts and extras, all kinds of neat things. And so I really felt like it would be a wonderful bonding experience for my daughter and grandson, and a way for Michael to practice his numbers, at least 1 through 31, or 25 if they stop there, and also his letters, because he could do a letter of the alphabet a day as well. So it has been fun, and he's drawing pictures and put stickers in, and they share with me, and then I share with them what I've been doing. So it's been really fun, and that we do over video chat, you know. And then here's another card. This is from Sandy, Olivia's mom. So, die cut. This was a new die that I got this year, some more rub-on. Again, that fabric, a different fabric tree on that piece of fabric, and then I just put the day, the number there. Another die cut, some stamping, lots of writing this day. And this one was best moments of your life. Yeah, so that one, I've done a little writing, but I have more to put in there, and I got some organizing of my thoughts before I finish putting it all down. And here again is another beautiful page and pocket. And for the 25th Christmas Day, I received these cute little notebook type things from Julie. And these are so simple. You know, that's just a piece of paper that's got some pretty cut edges, and it's just glued onto a strip of paper, but you leave it open in the front so you can talk. And so that's great. And then kind of boring days, the 26th and the 27th, the 2 days after Christmas, so it sort of reflects in those pages. Then over here, this was some beautiful ribbon trim that I got from Julie as well. And I do plan on stamping or putting something here. Not sure. Just not sure yet. I don't have a lot of stamps for seasonal things, but I do have a few. This was a really cool postcard that Julie had given to me. And it's just so bright and colorful. Those lights show up so clearly. I think it's a printable. I don't know where she got it though. Then this is a little journaling card that I made, again with the red truck. I know, but I love it. And then I did some writing. There's some little tags in here. So I could do even more writing if I so desired. But there's just not as much to write about. And you see, hello, no Michael here, so no pictures of him doing cutesy things. And yeah, Winston Churchill, Christmas is a season not only for rejoicing, but of reflection, and indeed it is. So, I have to say, I think that doing the December dailies is a great way to reflect on the year, as well as, of course, this month, and the traditions and things that we do. And so, yeah, I really
feel like it's a great thing to do, December dailies. Now today is the 29th, and I have done my journaling already. But what I did do is I went ahead and put numbers for the 30th and then for the 31st. And a lot of people I know stop Christmas Day, but I feel like I really like doing it for the whole month, because then I also go one day further and do January 1st. The reason being is that on the 31st and on the 1st, there is a streamathon by the Mary Atelier, and I will put the link in the description box so you can go there and follow the streamathon if you would like. It's a bunch of artists, and I think they're 2-hour slots this year, where people do their thing and show you how to do something, share something artsy, what have you. And it was so much fun last year, and so I will do that, and then I want to write something about those things that will help jar my memory in the upcoming year if there are projects that I want to do. Now you'll go, whoa, this is the page for January 1st, New Year's Day, and I've already written. Well, the reason for that is that I am involved in the Crafty Goals with Amalia collaboration, and I am reflecting on my goals here and deciding what I want to continue with in the upcoming year collaboration, and what I want to change and or add. And if there's anything else that I want to make note of for the new year, I'm logging it in here, and then I can go back and find that and see what it is that I had in mind. And so I'm making a list. I'm still not done. Journals to create and or finish, and the and or finish list could be a lot longer, so I'm not yet done there. But I also have ideas for new ones in the upcoming year, and I don't want to forget them. So I still have plenty of room to grow. I will put in all the cards that I have received and haven't used yet, and I'll put those here in between 2020 and 2021, because as you can see, there's plenty of room to just slip them in there. And yeah, so any of the blank pages will probably be filled with cards that will just probably be stuck on, but there may be some more decorating along with it as well. But I wanted to show you this because in my mind it's almost completed, yeah, so, and I wanted to do it before the end of the year, because to me this is a way to finish out the year. But I would highly recommend that if you haven't ever done a December daily, you consider it for the upcoming year, because I really feel like it helps me gather my thoughts, think about things that I am grateful for, traditions, etc., that I want to continue with my family, and especially with my grandson. So I hope that this has been helpful. I will just quickly take you on, I mean, it's more of the same. There really is nothing much in here to show you. It's pretty much the same kind of papers as you've seen before. That's really pretty. Yeah, I believe this is Artie Mays. But anyhow, and then these are from, the printables are Artie Mays, I believe, and the other is Graphic 45, if I'm not mistaken. But anyhow, so you can see, same format as the others, and, you know, I decorate and journal as the days progress throughout the month. So, still one more year can go in here. So, again, I hope you will consider doing that, and I hope that you found this helpful and inspiring, and I hope that you have a great new year. Stay safe, stay healthy, have some fun, get out there and create, make something.
Bye-bye.